Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Thank you for joining me today. I'm here with my brother Kyle Mason, who those of you who have not met Kyle or have not watched the podcast, he is our engineer, designs holsters, everything like that. So any of the design stuff, new products you see, he's the guy behind the computer making all of that happen. So we've been doing, like I said, if you guys haven't watched, we've been doing podcasts here recently that you should definitely check out. We go into all different subjects, some of these guns, just different things, concealed carry, questions, holsters, everything you can think of. But today we're actually going to be doing a gun review just in a little bit different format, because there's times where we just can't, I shoot these guns at the house on the weekend, like I did this gun, and just can't make it back to the range to film. We're in the studio here anyways, so it's just a different way, but also you can get other people's perspective, whether it be Kyle or whoever, on these guns. So today we have the Beretta 92xi. So Beretta's been around for a long time with the 92 series. They've had the military's had them since the early 1980s, I believe, up until here recently when they switched. So it's a tried and true platform all the way along. This one has some updates to it that I personally really like. So the XI is a single action only. So the old traditional ones were a double action, single action, both. This is single action only, so it's got the ambi safety on it. But the cool thing about it is, on the 92s, I wasn't a fan of the safety because they were up on the slide up here, and they just weren't a normal, they didn't feel good.
Yeah, your thumb didn't, you had to reach for them, it felt like. Yeah,
you had to reach for them. It just wasn't a natural platform feel. So this has a safety like a 1911 platform would have. And also with the being single action only, it's got a super good trigger on it. You can see it's a flat face trigger. But if you look, that's all the take up it has right there. And then just a super clean break to it. And then the reset is that quick. Just a super, super good trigger. So I'm actually a fan of it. The double actions have their purpose, but for me, I'd rather have the single action. That way your first shot's just a better pull, and you don't have that long double action pull, which is gonna make your first shot that much more accurate. So they have put a rail on this version, which is nice for any lights or lasers. It's also optic ready. The one thing I will say though, is this gun comes with a price range around $950, somewhere in that ballpark. It does not come with the optic plate. I have been told you can get one through Beretta's website, but what guys are saying is they're out of stock at different times and things like that. So in my opinion, if you're spending $900 and something on an optic ready pistol, they should at least put a plate in there. But,
I would agree.
But that's just kind of my thought on that. So it's got an aluminum aluminum frame and a steel slide on it. So it's just an overall light pistol. It's got two 18-round mags. The one thing I did notice, so we're not going to go too far into reliability and stuff on this gun. I've shot 40 rounds through it, just a few mags. It's got 18-round mags, so I guess I'd shoot 36 through it this weekend. It shot very good. This platform overall is just has been tried and true for the years. Nobody's really had issues with it. So I'll just be honest with you, I haven't shot that many rounds through it, but I wanted to shoot it to see how the trigger felt, and it shoots very, very well. So we can't go too deep into dependability, but as this platform goes, it's been proven through. So Kyle's gonna go over a few of the technical specs on it that I'll miss here.
Yeah, some of the cool things about this gun, they have a fiber optic front sight and a full serrated black rear sight. So it's really easy to pick up your sight channel. The fiber optic on the front glows really nicely, I felt like. So when you're doing your front sight aim, it's really easy to keep on target. I feel like the quality is really good on that. Right now it comes in a 9mm, 9x19. Barrel length is 4.7 inches, so it's got a nice long barrel for accuracy at more than close range.
It gives you that longer sight radius to it. So
longer sight radius, a little more accurate.
Yep.
Grip width is 1.5 inches. Overall height is 5.4 inches, and the overall width is 1.5 inches wide. So it's not necessarily a tiny gun, but it's not a great big gun either. So it's something that if you wanted to carry it concealed, is something that I feel like would still be an option with it.
Yeah, some people carry it concealed. To me, at 33 ounces, the 33 ounces is empty. So once it's loaded, it's a heavier gun. I think this platform's more guys that are going to carry it, shoot it at the range. It's an amazing shooting pistol. But we'll see. And talking about Kyle doing holsters, we currently do not have holsters for this. I just got my hands on this gun. But you guys leave comments below. If you're looking for holsters for this pistol and can't find them, let us know. Building holsters is one of those things, if we're just building one or two, it never makes sense for the engineering cost and machine time and different things that go into it. But if we get enough requests, we'll gladly make holsters for it. And we probably should anyways, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it won't be a big stretch. You know, coming from the classic 92 to that, it's not going to be a lot. And, you know, obviously with everything, we re-engineer them to fit that specific gun. So we're not just going to try and cram it in a 92 holster. It'll be something.
It'll be a specific holster, but I also think we'll have to look at the specs, and this is where the engineering stuff comes in. The Beretta M9A4, I believe, is the newest. Yeah, A4, I believe, will be the same holsters. So we'll double check that. But definitely leave it in the comment section below. The one other thing I will note is it does have front serrations, and I'm a guy that uses the front serrations, but in this style platform, if you're not used to this platform, you'll burn the hell out of yourself on that barrel trying to do it that way. So just something to note there. Not a lot of people rack off the front, to be honest with you. I do, though, so it's just something to note on there.
I will say I like the safety on that a lot better, where you can carry it with one in the chamber, safety on, without having to decock it.
And it's ambi safety, so guys like me that are left-handed. The one thing I will note, and you can see Kyle here, and I'll try to show it on the video, but so I'm left-handed, so my odd grip's right there, and my thumbs always goes right there when I'm shooting any pistol. Well, if you watch right here, that whole thing moves. That's part of the trigger when it's firing.
Okay.
So for me, being a left-handed shooter, it's a tad weird because I'm like this, and it's pushing my thumb off of where it traditionally wants to be. It wasn't a big deal in the shooting it, but it's just something to note if you are left-handed. That is the one little bit of downside there. I don't know if there's any way to get around that, but like I said, I didn't notice it hinder anything, but it's definitely there. And as
something
you can
that
see,
just caught you off guard.
Yeah, it's just you don't expect it. I will say too, the grips are the G10 grips, I believe they call them. Is that what they call them, the G10 grips?
I believe so.
They're super good, super textured. It just fits really, really good in your hand, so it's definitely going to be a pleasure to shoot. But anyways, anything else you want to add about it, Kyle?
No, overall, it's a really nice pistol. I look forward to putting some rounds through it, and yeah, I like the safety, like the sights a lot, and look forward to getting my hands on it and shooting it myself.
Sounds good. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us. Like I said, if you have this pistol and have shot a lot of rounds through it, since we couldn't really give a true answer on dependability and stuff, leave that in the comments section below. And also, if you're looking for holsters, let us know. If we get enough requests, Kyle will get going on it. Like I said, we just got to justify the machine time and engineering time to know that there's enough demand for it. But anyways, leave all the questions, comments below. You can always check our holsters out at muddyrivertactical.com. And also, it's got our videos and podcasts and different links through there. You can check out all the stuff we do. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever it's called nowadays.
You get a real nice discount code on the podcast, too.
If you listen to the podcast to the end, you may get a discount code as well.
Or some funny stories.
Or both. You'll end up getting both of those. But yeah, definitely check us out on the podcast. But we appreciate you guys joining us. And until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.